Last week, we had an amazing matchup against two undefeated teams. UNI was able to walk away with a reverse sweep victory in overtime. This week, they look to continue their undefeated regular season run, trying to secure a playoff spot. And Tonk, who is a senior, hopefully make it to his first post-season play. Hello, UNI Panther fans and Rocket League fans alike. Welcome to Week 4 of the NECC regular season. Your 3-0 UNI Panthers from Cedar Falls, Iowa, will play against their in-state rivals to the west, the 2-1 Briar Chargers from Sioux City, Iowa. Thank you for joining us on your Friday night. Igneous is in the booth. My name is Hunter, and we may have another caster joining us very soon. While we go ahead and wait, let's go ahead and take a look at the picture for Rocket League Division 7 Central B. So currently, UNI is currently third, but that's just because they haven't played yet today, as Cornell and Pennsylvania Western University both have 4 wins and 1 loss. So they've played a few matches ahead of time where UNI is currently the only undefeated team in Central B with a map split of a 9-2. Briar is currently 2-1, North Dakota 2-2. Clark University is currently 1-3, and then the current 0-4 teams are going to be SJU, Doane Tiger, and Dunnywood Hawks. So, also looking for our starters today for UNI Panthers. It is going to be Tonk, TJ, and Bikes. So really excited to have all of these players come back again. I know I mentioned last time, the chemistry is what matters so much to a Rocket League team. And we've seen that in the past with Colin Cole, TJ, AJ, Jakey, Scrungus, all of them. And I would love to see, as this season continues, to continue to see Tonk, TJ, and Bike's chemistry grow, especially when you're basically sitting at the top of your league. If you can hit your stride right at the right point, you can definitely go on an undefeated run. Kind of similar to what our League of Legends team did last semester, basically having a perfect season all the way to the finals. Also, one interesting thing to note is that UNI, who basically dominated their first 2 games against Doane Tigers and SJU. However, like I mentioned in the intro, last week against the University of North Dakota, we thought that UNI was going to be dead to rights, because North Dakota played such an amazing first 2 games. The biggest shout out goes to, I believe it was the Spoopy Men, who ended up, I guess, basically having so much solo, had a very big solo toolkit that was just phenomenal to watch as a very casual Rocket League player, and very similar to like Carvey Dog, who was essentially the third man back, and all this stuff. So, and it looks like we are going to have a slight delay, as it sounds like one of the PCs are currently not working. So slight delay. If you stick around, we will have Rocket League for you to play, as I see that there's some BCU fans out there. So go Chargers if that's who you support. Otherwise, if you want to do and support this club, do exclamation point merch or exclamation point Panthers. Panthers will go ahead and give you the fight song. If you do exclamation mark merch, that'll go ahead and take you to our Guardian Pro line, where we have a huge selection of, and I guess not necessarily huge, but we have a good selection of t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all stuff like that. So if you could, we do have a fully customizable jersey for $50. Looks really nice. Has the purple and gold with the black claw marks. Looks very clean, very pristine. So it is very, very good. And all for $50 plus shipping and handling. Of course, I have a bad habit of buying jerseys. I'm a big MLB fan. So going and looking at the jerseys for those, and then I was like, ooh, if you get those customizable, that's going to be like $150. So if you want to drop that by 100, there you go. So exclamation point merch. Of course, for those of you interested, after this matchup on our main channel, on UNI_Panther Esports, we will have the Overwatch team playing against the Washtenaw Community College Wolfpack. Should be an exciting matchup. UNI just coming off of their first 3-0 sweep win against Louisville. Looking to see them continue to get better as they go on. Of course, it was very difficult watching the Overwatch team the first 2 weeks, especially against Iowa State, which was very difficult. But hopefully they're trying some different compositions, trying to work on their chemistry and get better so they can continue to hopefully get the win streak growing. Now looking over at the Central A while we are trying to wait on computer issues, because how playoffs typically work, it is going to be the first 4 teams, of course, that is after tiebreakers are all said and done. The first 4 teams from Central A and Central B will essentially play off in a single bracket elimination all the way to the finals. So whoever wins will win Central Division 7. Currently, as the picture stands, there are 2 undefeated teams in Central A. That is going to be Missouri State University White, USM Gold, and those splits are 12-1 and 9-4. So it's going to be interesting to see how they are going to match up. Of course, right now, if things continue, UNI going to be the 2 seed. If the playoffs started today, Missouri State would be the number 1 seed. Of course, when you have a split difference of 12-1, where UNI has a split difference of, goodness, what is that? 2, like 9-2. That's right. So will be interesting to see how that works out. Also, for those interested to watch the completion of today's match, I will have to step away to go over to the main channel. We'll see if the second caster joins in time for us to, continue to have commentary over this. But as it stands right now, it is going to be in for the matchup. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get things kicked off. It is going to be for your UNI Panthers. It is going to be Tonkin, TJ, and Bikes. I believe BCU had Jacob, G Money, and I didn't quite catch the last name. So hopefully this Briar Cliff Charger team, coming off of a nice win against SJU, maybe continue the win column here, but they have a big task ahead of them. UNI versus Briar Cliff. And already out the initial start, UNI. Just checking some sound. And already out the gate, UNI being pretty strong off the initial get-go. However, it's going to be Hamster and Jacob and G-Money already applying the pressure as UNI will go ahead and pinch it and start their first offensive push of the game. It's going to be cleared out by Jacob. And TJ will go ahead and pass over to Tonkin. He'll take it mid. He'll be slide tackle. But the ball will be cleared past to Bikes. Bikes will go ahead and take it to TJ. He'll push it over to the right-hand side to Tonkin. Hopefully slam it in. Does. Can it cross the line? It does. And Tonkin able to get this one to go. Tonkin was a big contributor late in the reverse sweep last week against North Dakota. Glad to see him follow it up with 4:07 left to play in game one. UNI up by 1. And already Jacob going to go ahead, get this one saved, and maybe get the response that Briar Cliff needs off the top of the crossbar. Double back, no can do. Jacob with the follow-up, and TJ is going to be right there with the save. Tonkin will go ahead, take a shot on the net. Can it have the angle? No! And Tonkin will go ahead and get the demo, try and start some more offensive pressure here. TJ will push it out right-hand side. Jacob to clear. Hamster tries to pinch it in. Can't quite get it to go. But I Ride Bikes tries to get the double and can't. And that's going to be pinched out and cleared by Hamster. Now here come the Chargers. Bikes with the save. Go ahead and defer it. TJ to Bikes. TJ with the score, center of the pitch. And a really nice, I don't know if that was a designed misplay or mispass there by Bikes, who tried to hammer it in, but Hamster was expecting maybe it to go off of a different angle. And TJ, who was a big player in the latter half of the reverse sweep against North Dakota, doing some aerials for you right here on the initial kickoff. Bikes with a shot, and it's good. Bikes taking it in. TJ going to be credited with the assist, and just a really nice play off of the little carom on that right-hand side. And with 3 minutes left to play in game one, UNI leading it 3-0. Off the initial kickoff, maybe Briar Cliff just needs to kind of slow down and get the rotations in. It feels like they're being a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too quickly, and that is not what you want to see, as Bikes able to go ahead and get this one in. 4-0 left to play. Quick succession goals, which is pretty standard for UNI. Able to get this one in. So I believe each player of UNI already with a goal. And so far, it's been in game one. Very offensive heavy for UNI. DJ Tonkin trying to make something happen. G Moneybag gonna try and pass it to Hamster. He'll try and flip reset. Pass back to Jacob. Jacob with the long shot, but Bikes right there with the save. Interesting to see how these transition offenses are going to play out for Briar Cliff, as UNI, if that's one thing that Briar Cliff can maybe take advantage of, is the transition offense that UNI consistently struggles with. And with 2 minutes left to play in game one, UNI so far very commanding lead, with the goal lead by 4-0. TJ flip reset, tries to get it in the corner, bumps it himself, doesn't have enough boost to kind of send it away home, and G Moneybag will go ahead and clear it. Here come the Chargers. Right-hand side, Jacob's going to get that one stolen away by Tonkin. And Hamster able to go ahead and get the save and the clear. UNI looking very strong in the initial bouts, which normally they're slow to warm up to begin with. They usually have to be patient, wait, take their time, and right out the gate, maybe it's something that Coach Brewerdog had in mind of just being aggressive out the gate. Maybe it's catching this Briarcliff squad, but right here, Hamster from the pass from Jacob, able to go ahead and get this one in, and UNI just kind of was caught unawares there. And Briarcliff not going to go silent in this first game. Going to go ahead and push the deficit to 3. 4-1, Panthers lead it in game 1. Now with less than a minute to play, UNI still going to have to play their normal offense, maybe try and play a little bit of the mental game here as UNI will go ahead and start the offense. I Ride Bikes tries to send it home. TJ with it to go, and Briarcliff just kind of caught out on that left-hand side. All right. 5-1 the score. G Moneybag off the initial kickoff. TJ gonna go ahead, get bumped out of the way, but a shot, and it's good! How did that have an angle on it? What of an initial kickoff has been that? That has been absolutely ridiculous. As TJ, this is gonna be good for, I believe, a hat trick already in game 1. 5 goals difference for the Panthers in game 1. Less than 30 seconds to play. Another shot, trying to look for the double. TJ gets this one in again. 7-1 for your UNI Panthers. And just strong, showing why they are undefeated in the regular season right now. And if you're Briarcliff, the best thing that you have to do is let the total rack up. Don't think about it too much. Go back, focus on the mentals, focus on everything, because I'm starting to see a little bit of double commits here and there and not a lot of rotational plays, as Hamster is going to go ahead and get this one to go, as I believe it was an own goal for UNI. Hamster, again, that was a right play, and exactly what you need to do against UNI is those transition offense plays, and maybe that's exactly what they need here. 13 seconds left to play. 7-2 for your UNI Panthers. Shot, good. TJ able to put this one in, and maybe it's just one of those things where it's potentially a statement that UNI is trying to make here early as the deficit grows for the Chargers. 6. Off the initial kickoff with less than 10 seconds to play, UNI showing how dominant they are and why they continue to stay undefeated in Central B. As the ball will go down, UNI will win game 1, 8-2. TJ right there with 5 goals, 3 assists, and 1 save. How about that? Of course, Tonkin, who was the one who started the pressure, got 1 goal, 1 assist, and Bikes going 2 for 3 and 2. Of course, Hamster, the only one to score for this Briarcliff Chargers team. You know, and maybe that's exactly what Briarcliff needs to do, is maybe give it to their playmakers, let them make some solo plays, maybe get a little bit of pressure off of this team, as so far it hasn't been very cohesive, as as we've probably seen in the past. All right, into game 2. UNI currently leading the series 1-0. And off the initial kickoff, Tonkin will go ahead and defer it as G Moneybag will go ahead and start game 2 fresh. As a shot off the top of the crossbar, can't quite get it in, and Hamster had the right idea, just didn't have the angle on it. And Bikes will go ahead and flip, reset, try and get it to go, but Hamster going ahead, trying to clear it, can't. As UNI will again try and apply some offensive pressure. Hamster is going to go ahead and take this one across the pitch into UNI Panther territory. TJ will go ahead and try and make a defensive play just off the top of the crossbar. And TJ will go ahead and try and get this cleared out. Can't, as Jacob 50'd. Jacob, with now a full set of boosts, is going to have to defer, tries to set up the play, and TJ makes a miss. Hamster trying to work it out, left to right. Right side of the pitch. UNI still trying to be aggressive here as TJ tries to double back. Shot just off, and it's good! TJ able to get it in from the left-hand side. With 3:56 left to play, and UNI, again, just being able to play however they need to play. And they are being very dominant here in game 2. Maybe Briarcliff needs to hand it off to Hamster, get something going on offense. As this one's doubled back. Shot off the top of the crossbar, too strong for the Chargers. And UNI on transition. Nice demolition, tries to double it back, can't, and TJ finally gets this one hammered in again. And maybe it's just those mistakes that UNI is capitalizing. Of course, Hamster was right there trying to secure the win, or secure the clear, excuse me, and just couldn't quite get it there. So off the initial kickoff, 3:34 left to play, UNI with a 2-0 lead in game 2. Shot, just able to get it to go, and Hamster catching UNI out early in this initial kickoff. So Hamster, again, able to get the far left angle on it and maybe lulling UNI to sleep here. Deficit now down to 1. Jacob has a one-on-one. Bikes able to get this one cleared and saved. And Bikes, who typically isn't the third man back in this UNI rotation, typically that's given to Tonkin. And Tonkin, again, trying to be more aggressive here on offense. So maybe that's something that UNI maybe talked about it in between the UND versus BCU matchup, kind of in the lab, maybe talking about some rotational switches, as that shot is missed. Chargers cannot capitalize on that to tie it up, and UNI now going to press the advantage. A missed shot in an open net for the Chargers, and I wish that they had that one back. G-Money back. Go ahead and get this one to work. TJ takes him on the one-on-one. Hamster to clear. I Ride Bikes will take it. He'll take it solo. Jacob to set up, but Hamster able to apply that pressure and steal it away. Showing how he is good on both sides of the ball. He's got a 2v1 shot. No good as TJ able to get this one cleared. And maybe the pressure needs to be around giving Hamster more ability to make these solo plays. But in order to do that, Jacob and G-Money need to get some rotations and maybe pick up the pace here for the Chargers. BCU currently down 1 goal. They're looking to bounce back in this one. Shots good. G-Money bag able to get this one to go, and we are tied 2-2 in game 2. And a really nice kind of solo shot play here as this one comes out of right field. And this is maybe what the Chargers needed. And BCU gonna try and get the offensive pressure going here. G-Money back Able to get a shot just off the left side of the bar. Can't quite get it in net. And UNI going to go ahead and take it left to right. Bikes with the pressure. Tonkin going to take it mid-pitch. Jacob potentially to clear. 50, saved by Hamster. Hamster going to go ahead, get this one with the save and the clear. And Jacob, BCU able to take their first lead of the series here off of a nice follow-up play from Jacob and Hamster. Now currently each member of BCU with a goal, looking to continue that here as we play on with 1:09 left to play. Bikes tries to make it miss, and Hamster with the solo tries to double it back to G-Money. Has the angle on it, no, but that's hammered in by Hamster. And an excellent job here of just UNI kind of like caught unawares. Like, you play so dominantly game one, and now you're just like too relaxed. And with this, G-Money able to go ahead and push the BCU advantage to 2 goals. DJ trying to get the offense going here. Can't quite make it to go. Bikes trying to apply that pressure. Hamster with the demo. Bikes now with a full set of boost, takes it left to right, right in front of the net. Jacob tries to get it to clear. Can't. Hamster able to clear it. TJ, he'll take it solo. Cleared out by Jacob. And with 30 seconds left to play, UNI trying to claw back from this one. Going 8-2 in game one, and now currently only 2 goals in game 2. Tonkin doesn't have the boost or the momentum. Passes it to TJ. Hamster to pinch. Pinch out comes out. Less than 10 seconds to play. UNI trying to make a quick goal. And Bikes punches it down. We're going to go into a slightly bit. No. That will be punched down. And BCU able to go ahead and take game 2. We're tied 1-1 in the series. Big shout out to Hamster going 2 for 2 and 3. And that's exactly what BCU needs to do. Give it to their playmakers and get some rotations going. Start playing the game that you want to play. Of course, you and I gonna need to look for answers here. All right, so as we are currently tied 1-1, I will go ahead and have to step out. For those interested in watching Overwatch, we will go ahead and have that on the main channel on UNI_Panther Esports, where they will play Washtenaw Community College. In the meantime, I will have to sign off to go join that one. Hopefully, Brewer Dog may be able to join us, and you can get a wonderful commentation for that. If not, go ahead and do !Panthers, support the team, or if you're supporting the Chargers, go Chargers. And I will see you guys next week.
We're live? Okay. Hey y'all, it's Briar here. I am the coach for Rocket League, and I am filling in the booth for now while Jaeger is offhand on the mainstream. As of right now, our boys are 2-1 in the series, and we're looking to close it out to go 3-1 to end our day. So far, I've seen a lot of good and a lot of bad from the boys. I've seen the boys have a hard slobber knocker in game 1, come to game 2, let off the pedal a little bit, and I told them we gotta put the pedal back on. We gotta take this game seriously, and let's go get a win. Going into game 4, we gotta keep the pedal on. Tonk up in the air, gonna get 50 by Jacob. I ride bike's gonna go on the way back. We'll get a haggle by G Money. G Money took to the backboard. TJ misses, but Braun trying to take to the corner. Tonk just gonna take his time up in the air, trying to fake out the other team, but Hamster catches it. He's in his own air dribble. TJ off the own corner. Gonna be a shot, but not taken very well by Briar. Panther's just parking the bus right now. Letting Briar do what they can. G Money gonna take it slow, try and pass it to Hamster. Bikes is on it though. Jacob sends it to the top of the backboard, and Tonk takes a 50, clears it out. Almost a minute in, and both teams are 0-0 on the scoreboard. TJ gets a nice 50, beats all 3 defenders. UNI is not there though, and Tonk plays it slow, trying to get something out. Jacob clears it out. Bike's gonna get passed from TJ. It's gonna be an awkward. Jacob still on the ball, but he has 0. There's not much he can do here besides get a 50. Luckily, Tonk was there. That could have been bad for UNI. Tonk misses. He's low boost, and it's gonna be open, but Briarcliff takes a big miss. Jacob up in the air. He can't do much with this. Tonk gonna shoot it down. Hamster for the save. Ball in the midfield. Bikes up in the midfield, gonna take a shot on net. 2 defenders for Briarcliff go up for it. It looks like he's just gonna linger a bit. Tonk gonna take a 50. Ball falls back to UNI's corner. A lot of nothing happening right now. Just a bunch of 50s. No team's really put anything good on net besides Briarcliff. Tonk sends it to the backboard. Briarcliff gets a save, and they're gonna clear it out to their own corner. Bikes though gonna miss on his own 50. The defender for UNI is 0. He's doing what he can. Briarcliff goes for a bump. G Money's at 0-2. Oh my goodness, that is some awkward ball. TJ at 0, gets bumped in the midfield. Gets beaten up by Hamster. TJ yet again having the 100 on the ball, trying to do what he can. Hamster passing it to G Money. It's up in the air, but UNI is going to clear it off the backboard. That Briarcliff defender has 0. Tonk's up in the air. He's going to try and get something fancy going here. Get a flip reset. Gets beat out. UNI full send though. The net is open. Someone has to get back fast. So does Bikes. Briarcliff still on the offensive though. One bad shot from the corner, clears it out. G Money gonna fake it for his own offender. TJ clears it out downfield. Tonk gets a bump in the midfield, leaving it open. Just one Briarcliff defender. TJ gets a 50, leaves it open for Tonk, and he misses. Oh my goodness. Briarcliff back in the own midfield, taking some time. Tonk's gonna try and clear out the best he can. 50's 2 defenders. Bikes at 0, gets beat out. Can't do much with a 0 boost on offense. Hamster gonna try and play a fake. Tonk reads it though, disrupts it, puts it to the backboard, but he can't do much with it. TJ sends it to the net. Beat out again by Briarcliff. UNI gonna sit into the corner. Just gonna be a rumble in the corner for now. Bikes on it, gets beat out. Jacob on 0, gonna try and get a fake out, but TJ reads it. Jacob still on the ball, trying to pass to his teammate, pisses it out to the midfield. Tonk up in the air, is kind of awkward, gonna try and get a double off of this. There's enough boost, tries to leave for somebody. Bikes is awkward, reads it slow, but nobody's at the net, and UNI scores the first goal. A lot of awkwardness in this game. Not every team's playing right, but that's all right. UNI boys gets a goal with a minute 40 on the clock left for Briarcliff to try and tie this up. Both teams to start managing their boost totals if they really want to make something out of this game. It's been very awkward. There's always a last man with 0 boost, or somebody's on the ball with 0 boost. Somebody needs some management. Tonkin almost solos it. Luckily, Hamster is there. Tonkin fakes it out, leaves it for Bikes, but Bikes ain't ready. It's going to be cherry picked, and it's stopped by Tonkin yet again. Bikes in the midfield, just trying to fake it out. Tonk lifts. TJ's on 0. Bikes is running to midfield. The net's open. Can Tonk get back to it in time? No, he can't. Briarcliff ties it up. Minute 17. Yes. Awkward Rocket League. Nobody's in the right position. Everybody has some jitters in them right now. It's game 4 that has to be cleared up before it goes to game 5 if Briarcliff wants to take it that far. Off to kick off. Bikes. Loses it, bumps Hamster. TJ has the boost to solo it. 50 by Jacob. Bike slow on it yet again. He whiffs. Hamster, the last man, gonna take a slow pass to J Money. Tonks there to play to 50. Kyle's a little bit forward on it. Briarcliff taking it slow, gonna take their time. Jacob gonna try and solo it. TJ takes a 50. UNI in the corner now. Bikes on it with 100. Beats out one. Hamster's there though. Briarcliff gets a bump on net. TJ bumps it back to the corner though. Tonk plays a 50. It's up in the air. Nobody's up for it besides TJ. Tonk's trying to cherry pick the best he can, but there's not much he can do. An awkward touch by Briarcliff leaves it open for Tonk. UNI's there to take a 50, and what a great save by Hamster. Way to take it slow, play to 50, not panic, knows he has time to get the best 50 he can and create a save. UNI midfield bumps into Briarcliff corner. Tonk's there for the shot, and a quick save by Hamster. Bikes in the same corner as TJ, taking his time. Jacob's just gonna play it fast, try and get it cleared out. If he gets beat out, it's up to Tonk to make the save best he can. Takes it to his own corner, takes his time, beats out two defenders. It's now a 2v1 for UNI. He's gonna see what he can get out of this, and it's just done awkwardly. TJ trying to do what he can, get physical, bumps one guy, but it's not enough. Two UNI offenders go. It's up to TJ on the backfield to try and put this ball down for overtime and go for a 0 second. Up in the air, Briarcliff's up in the air. Ball's in the corner, it's gonna drop to the side. TJ misses the save. Hamster doesn't get there in time. We got overtime. UNI 50 goes to UNI. TJ beats out one. He has two more defenders to beat. Ball's in Briarcliff corner, gets cleared back down. TJ looking to get physical, can't do much with it. UNI just so spaced out that they can't stand the ball, and Briarcliff just survived all these free saves. Briarcliff back in the midfield. Clears it to the corner. Two UNI players on this ball. Nobody's back at net. It's going to drop down. Mike's is up for it. He might double it in his own net. UNI has so much space to play with. Briarcliff just not willing to go commit in this overtime. They just don't want to leave their net open. Jacob takes it for a solo play. Nobody's challenging. Uses all his boost. TJ up on his own. Going to just clear it back out to mid. Hamster's going to try and collect, but Bronze here to collect. Neither of them hit the ball. Tonk clears it off his own backboard. TJ, one of the few players with boots, going to try and keep the ball in the midfield. He is whiffing. The ball is a flopping fish and nobody can hit it. Bikes back in his own third. Tries and bangs to the midfield. Jacob pops it back up. Jacob, the only one on this ball. Three defenders, four. Oh my goodness. Somebody hit the ball. Please, Tonk. Hits the ball, Hamster stops it, plays a 50. TJ gonna play some ground game, gonna take his time, play it off the corner, slow it down a bit. Bike's gonna bang it off the backboard, try and get off to a clear by Hamster, takes it off his own backboard, goes for an air dribble. TJ gonna take a 50 in the corner, doesn't do the greatest for his own. Hamster still on the ball in the midfield. Up to Tonk. Tonk clears it out, but Briarcliff has enough boost to get back, and we continue after 90 seconds of overtime. Bike's gonna whiff yet again. He is struggling this game so far. Cannot hit the ball to save his life. UNI has to get back in time to save this ball, and they don't. Briarcliff takes overtime. A lot needs to get cleaned up on both sides. A lot needs to be cleaned up. But Briarcliff able to take it to overtime after UNI going up a goal in the first minute. Briarcliff trying to do the best they can. Take this game 5. UNI needs to clear up their comms. There's a lot of double commits coming out. So does Briarcliff, but Briarcliff's issue is boost control. UNI's issue right now is double commits and hitting the ball. It is very much a game of who can hit the ball when it counts. And so far, Briarcliff did it twice right, and UNI only did it right once. Got 40 seconds. Both teams going to take their time, talk it out the best they can. Tonkin going for a card change. TJ going for a card change, excuse me. But it's very, very exciting that we get to go to a game 5. And it's quite questionable after how game 1 went. It is another question to ask. How did we get here? I'd like to propose that maybe Briarcliff wasn't quite ready like game 1. UNI came in fired up. Briarcliff used the first game to feel out UNI, and it's working right now. Got to get one more win. Take the series. Still waiting for TJ to join and for everybody to stay ready. TJ is back now, just waiting for the good to go call. We will see. I'd like to take this minute to say, if you want to support Panther Esports the best you can, go over the Guardian Pro line and get yourself some merchandise. We got t-shirts, beanies, and even jerseys. We'd love to see you guys support the Panthers the best we can. We'd love to see some merch on campus. Go Cats. I might ask a question myself and figure out what is going on here. If there's maybe some tech issues. No, it's just on my side. That'd be a good question if it is. Here we go, game 5. UNI started series off strong. Gonna try and end it off even stronger, but Briarcliff has brought this to a game 5. So far, Briarcliff wins a kickoff. UNI has an open net. J-Club's there. He slows it down a bit. TJ awkward. Briarcliff scores in the first 5 seconds of this game. Not what you want to see for Panther Esports. Just a bad choice, and it leads to a hero save that can't be made. 4 seconds, 55. UNI has a lot of time to work with, especially because the game started, but it's already such a bad position to be in, already a goal down in the first 5 seconds. TJ on the ball, hits it off his own corner. Jacob gets a demo. It's a 2v1 for Briarcliff. It's quite awkward. Bice clears it out, though. He's going to try to get back in time. Going to bump G Moneybag. Tries and passes it to TJ in the corner, but Moneybag's there after picking up his own 100. TJ misses from the 50. Tonk in the corner, gonna try and do something. TJ plays another 50, leaves it open for Bice. We get a bump on our end, but it's not good enough. UNI retreats back to their own side to try and get the ball. We do have an offender though from Briarcliff. TJ takes the ball to the midfield, gonna go for a second touch, but Hamster's there for the clear. Quite awkward, but Briarcliff gonna park the bus a little bit, take their time, allow the ball to fall back to them while UNI panics on their own defensive third. Tonk gets the pass from Bikes, gonna pass out to the midfield, but that's it. There's nobody there. TJ on his own takes a shot, but it's just not good. He gets a demo for it. Bikes gonna take it slow, play it 50, try and leave it open for Tonk. Tonk bumps in, it might go in the net. Tonk with the pull shot off Bikes, ties it up. 3 minutes, 51 seconds for the game to go. That is a heck of a goal. That's not, you know, mechanical, but it's quite questionable of how do we get here. Here comes a kickoff. Bikes gonna shoot it over to Jacob in his own corner. Cub up into the air, messes up. It's open for Tonk. It's open for Tonk off a Jacob solo. Oh my goodness, that is not what you want to see. In the first 10 seconds, UNI, after the first goal, gets the lead. 3 minutes, 42 to go. Briarcliff gonna have to tie this game back up. EJ 50s it to his own teammate. Tonk beats out one defender. It's up for the double tap, and he does it. Double tap playground. Tonk scores the second goal. UNI up 3-1. Oh my goodness, this is not what you want to see as Briarcliff to take it to game 5 and already down 2 goals with this much time. That does mean though they have a lot of time to play with. UNI need to hold their lead if they want the series win. Another kickoff to Jacob. Briarcliff really good at getting the ball to Jacob on these kickoffs. However, Jacob's struggling to capitalize on these passes. TJ misses, Bikes his last. Hits the ball to the midfield. Briarcliff clears it to the corner. Hamster gonna bang it out. Tonk playing patient, gonna try and play a catch. Passes it to TJ. TJ gonna pass it to the corner. Bikes is up there ready for it. Plays a 50, but UNI is not ready to shoot it. A double commit comes out from UNI. Bikes is up, fakes the pass. TJ fakes it as well. It's open, but they can't really do much about it. UNI just not in scoring position. UNI still up 3-1. Under 3 minutes left to go, but it's UNI slowly getting more and more awkward on the ball. We see some double commits. We see some whiffs. Some people out of position. Hamster gonna bump TJ in the midfield while Tonk takes it to his own corner. G Moneybag gonna 50 it, force UNI to play again. Bikes beat out Hamster in his own corner. Jacob just missing in his own corner, and it is back to Briarcliff's corner. TJ tries passing into midfield, but yet again, the second man for UNI just too scared to push up. Bikes gonna take the ball, try and solo it, gets stuffed out by Briarcliff. TJ gives way too much time in the midfield, leaves it for Briarcliff to take. Tonk on his own backboard, gonna try and clear it. Beats out 2, but G Moneybag there to play the 50. Bike lifts on the side, TJ takes it to his corner, gonna try and air dribble. Takes some time, so does Hamster. Hamster fishes it, it's a good passing opportunity, but Moneybag was not ready for it. Tonk bumps the second man, Bike's gonna turn to his own corner, do the best he can, gets beat out. It's up to TJ to clear off his own backboard, and he kind of sails it to the ceiling. It's up to Bikes to get a clear, and that he does. TJ on the ball after a pass, beats out 1. Jacob taking his time. TJ takes a 50 right over to Bikes. Bikes try and pass off the backboard, but Briarcliff clears it out. Tonk now on the ball. He's going to try and solo this after 1 touch. Can't really do much with it. TJ up to him to take some time. Takes a hard touch. Briarcliff wasn't ready for it. It's now up to TJ to 1v1 against Jacob. It gets stalled out, and Hamster demos him. Bikes in his own corner, so TJ flow boost to clear it out. That he does. Moneybag gonna bang out the side. Bikes is back though to be the third man. Saves the ball to himself. Another touch gonna get to the midfield. Beats 1, almost beaten 2, but cannot beat the third. Tonk taking some time. Bikes is hanging on the ball. Just the rotation is too awkward because a lot of players just want to be the hero right now. 1 minute left to go, and Briarcliff still down 2 goals. And Bikes just smothers the ball so much. Briarcliff just leaves too much space, and he scores his own goal. D-Money messes up the fast aerial. Can't do much as his last offender. A mechanical mistake like that is detrimental. UNI up 3 goals with 1:03 on the clock. Bikes takes it from the midfield pass. Gonna try and play a 50. 50s it down, but Briarcliff in their corner ready. However, most of this Briarcliff team is kind of struggling with the boost right now. Jacob a little awkward. Gonna try and pass to the Hamster, but Tonk is there to stuff it out. Nobody's up for UNI, just waiting for Briarcliff to overcommit. They kind of do here, but UNI low on boost. They can't really do what they can. Jacob tries and takes the ball to his own corner, makes it awkward. TJ passes the ball, but it's not enough, and Tonkin 50s it back to the midfield. UNI gonna try and get an error pass going. TJ misses the catch, and the net's open, but it's off the top of the board. We've seen it all series. Briarcliff just struggles with shooting. They can't get the ball under the crossbar. And that's why UNI is gonna take the rest of this series. A bunch of punches thrown back and forth. UNI came out with a strong uppercut. They slowed it down a bit in game 2, and it became detrimental. Briarcliff took game 2, they took game 4, but UNI is gonna take 1, 3, and 5. Odds and evens, UNI wins the odds. GG's to both teams. UNI able to close out in the end, like they have been known to do. It's great to see him from the team. Thank you to Briarcliff, our opponents, for coming to play today. We really appreciate your guys coming and supporting the team, supporting the league. UNI 4-0 in the league and in a really good position to clinch playoffs. My name's Briar Dog. That's all we got for you guys. Actually, before you do go, our main stream right now has Overwatch. If you'd like to continue supporting Panther Esports, hop on over to UNI_Panther_Esports and support our Overwatch team tonight. Go Cats.